Hey y'all, how are you? It's Erica here, and I wanted to touch on a subject. So, for all of you that are on the healing journey, the twin flame journey, basically any journey into yourself, you may find this very interesting and useful. This term is called existential kink. I do believe someone coined the term, and there is a book. However, I have not read the book. Um, I just go by what some other people have told me, and I've done a few meditations, and I'm gonna give it to you in a nutshell, basically. That there's so many intricate parts of your mind, and you have to understand that somewhere deep in your unconscious, deep in your subconscious, there was a part of you who wanted to experience the unwanted thing. So let's just use this as most people care about their specific person. Let's talk about getting ghosted, getting rejected, by your specific person, feeling that wounding, that longing, that crying for your specific person. Obviously, to you, yourself, your ego, you're sitting there thinking, I don't want this. I don't want this. Of course not. But the thing is, you manifested it. So somewhere you wanted it. Okay? Here's where it gets a little tricky. Somewhere in your unconscious mind, you wanted to experience that. And what needs to happen is, instead of guilting, shaming, blaming, hating that part of you that wanted that experience, you have to accept it. You have to accept it and give it unconditional love. There was a part of me that wanted to experience that pain. That part of me that was getting off on it even, like there's a part of you that is wanting to experience that. And that may be from lifetimes, from other programming. You don't need to know, you can definitely deep dive into where it all comes from and all that. But I think the easier way is accept that and be like, okay. Because so many of you I work with, you're obviously, most of the time when things are good, you're not asking me for readings, right? Just like when things are going great, I don't need to, well, I do readings every day. I always pull general oracle for myself to just check energies, okay? But that's what I do. So in general, people who have everything going perfectly and wonderful in their life aren't going to be asking for readings. Here's the thing. What I keep trying to explain and that a lot of you don't understand, and that's fine because it is hard to grasp. What you don't understand is, like, when I try to tell you there's something in your unconscious mind that is projecting this out, that is showing you this, right? And you say, oh no, I don't. Well, the reason why you don't know it is because it's unconscious. Look up the definition of unconscious. Unconscious means not conscious, not known. So you got to go into your unknown territory, right? This is where I come in. This is where my hypnotic affirmation tracks come in. This is where the healing work comes in, okay? Until you get to a point where you can literally do it to yourself, get someone who can tap in, you know what I'm saying? When I pull the cards and I read, I'm showing you what's in your unconscious, what's in your subconscious. We can dive into that. Because whether you want to hear this or not, and I mean this lovingly, if you don't like what you see in your outer reality, you have to go in here and figure out where is that coming from, right? Okay, look at this cat. We gave him a bath yesterday. He's a dirty little guy. Okay, anyway, this is what I'm talking about, though. This is almost like a two-step process. First, you're coming to me talking about, let's just talk about it. My specific person isn't talking to me. Okay, let's do a reading on that. Let's see what he's actually going, you can do so much with this. My specific person isn't coming after me. Well, you created that. What's inside of you? You don't want to hear this. You all don't want to hear this. But in order to get to that next level and get the contact that you're wanting, you're gonna have to shift this unconscious thought pattern, the frequency, the vibration, whatever you got going on in there that's showing you that. Because your conscious mind, yes, it is powerful. You can speak things into existence. But if you have a hardwired brick of something that you either want to be true or know to be true, that is deep, deep, deep unconscious in you, and that's going to override. That's always going to override your new affirmations, okay? Now, there are several ways that you can go about this. My hypnotic tracks help very much with that. I literally use usually 3 or 4, sometimes 5 different layers in there, plus Reiki, to get to your unconscious mind. Because like I said, unconscious, you don't know it's there. That's why it's unconscious. So it's like I try to explain this. I'm saying when you're listening to my audio tracks, you don't have to do anything. You just listen. You let my energy, my flow, my techniques go into your unconscious mind. We dislodge that shit, okay? And then it flows out, and then you're going to see a big shift. Literally everyone who's gotten my twin flame activation said, oh, I don't know what you did, but he finally messaged me. I haven't talked to him in 4 months. Exactly. So I have been putting out little snippets for y'all to kind of get a bit of a taste of how some of these tracks work. But really, I really recommend. Now, hey, if you're happy with everything going the way it's going, part of you wants to have something to do. And that's what you have to kind of look inside yourself, because I had to do the same thing. Part of me wanted to get that rejection so that I could go look for something. What's going on here? Be careful not to get into the healing loop. I mean, there's so many things about this stuff. But like I said, if you're seeing something unfavorably and affirming and stuff like that hasn't really been doing anything, and your readings that you're getting is still saying the same energy pretty much, especially if these masculines are turning up hermit mode, 9 of Swords, nothing's shifting. If you're getting consistent readings and you're kind of getting the same messages every time, that's an indication that you need to shift energy. And I have so many different meditation tracks, hypnotic tracks, generalized to shift energy, and I have them also, of course, for certain things. Specific person, of course. Twin flame, of course. I'm going to be diving into some other ones that are just more about like beauty, health. I do custom ones, of course, for whatever subject you want, and I love doing those for people. But yeah, I mean, whether you go through me or whether you go through yourself or someone else, I'm just basically saying there is a part of you who wanted to experience the bullshit. That's part of even coming to earth here. So the faster you accept that, send it love, and kind of have that, it takes the charge out of it. It allows you to neutralize how you feel about your situation. And from a neutral zone, you can then start stepping into magnetism, joy, etc. Right? You got to get to neutral though. Because as much as you're trying to be consciously about joy and positivity, if you're still harboring a brick of density telling you, I want rejection, I'm only happy when I'm experiencing rejection, guess what? Your conscious affirmations of your joy and positivity ain't gonna do shit. Okay? You have to at some point acknowledge the anchors, the bricks that are holding you down, keeping your frequency low, all right? I'm here to help. And I say this all to you with tough love, I guess. I mean, some people are like, well, you're a little rude. Well, not really. I mean, I'm just trying to get this message across, okay? Now, there is a free meditation. I'm not associated with any of this, people, by the way. I'm just a viewer on YouTube. I really liked the meditation. It was really helpful. It's called Existential Kink Meditation. It's free on YouTube. You can look it up here. It is extremely helpful. So maybe once you do it was like 20 minutes. Once you do this meditation, it's going to help you kind of shift some of your thinking, and it basically acts as like a catapult for you to, oh, okay, that's what she's talking about, right? Self-acceptance, self-love, it's all coming back to this. But you can't just self-accept and self-love the wonderful parts of you. You have to accept and love the toxic and negative or bad, not to label that stuff, but you gotta accept that stuff too, because even though it's there probably through no fault of your own, most of it's just there through societal programming, parental programming, past lives, stuff like that. It's not your fault that it's there. However, if you want to shift and you want to change your life, it's got to be addressed. It's got to be shifted out. Like I said, you want to take an easy way out and not have to do all the deep diving? Get my audio tracks. Let me just do the work. It takes like 10 minutes of your life, right? Super easy way to just shift the shit out, But if you like the deep dive too, do the shadow work. Find out where it comes from. Ask it where it's been, There's two belief systems here, and they're both correct. There's the belief system that you must do the deep shadow work and find out how everything is. And then there's the belief system that you don't have to do the deep shadow work. You can literally just identify it, shift it out. It's up to you. Both are beneficial. I like to do both. I will see something where it comes from, if I'm curious about it, or if I'm getting along here, let's go shift this shit out, right? So I hope you enjoyed this message. I'm going to label it Existential Kink because I feel like that may get some more attention on that meditation too, which was a really good meditation. Anyways, holler at your girl. I'm here for you. Thanks for watching and have a blessed day.